Hola amigos, have you signed in for Hum of the Earth in Guatemala City. So in the last month I've been bicycle touring through the country, beginning from on the west side and across the border in La Mesilla. Kind of a hectic atmosphere in that little border town. There's definitely some woman that kept on trying to talk to me that was, I think, up to no good, but who knows. From there I bicycled the beautiful highlands to Quetzaltenango, and if you haven't seen that video, I definitely recommend you check out my first bicycling video from the border to Shela, or Quetzaltenango as it's pronounced on the map. Yeah, so Quetzaltenango is the first big city. Well, I should say before that, bicycling, I did stop one night before Quetzaltenango, and in that journey I was bicycling, so I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. In Quetzaltenango, so not a super touristy place. There wasn't a huge police presence, but felt really safe. It's a really cool indigenous market there. I walked around for quite a bit, no problems. Then I went to Shela, or Quetzaltenango, and also felt pretty safe, a bit more touristy, so definitely some police presence and like the Central Park and areas like that. Yeah, and from there I bicycled to Lake Atitlan, which within the towns is pretty safe, but I did get told a few times that if you're traveling in between the towns around the lake, there's some more secluded areas where there have been some frequent robberies. Actually, I should also mention that in Shela, one of the kind of things to see is the cemetery, but it's a huge cemetery, as is the cemetery in Guatemala. There have been frequent robberies there, so I like to go Saturday morning, and it was totally fine. I guess while we're on the kind of topic of where you can get robbed in Guatemala, also when you're doing hikes, so there's a lot of volcanoes, a lot of great hikes, like Quetzaltenango that I did in Antigua. If you're not doing it with a guide and you're going at a time where there's maybe not a lot of people on the mountain or volcano, then there's a chance that you could get robbed, because it is such a secluded area. Yeah, so after Lake Atitlan I went to Antigua. That felt super safe. Really big police presence, very controlled environment, no stray dogs, and so yeah, super safe. You could walk around at night in Antigua and probably nothing would happen. Yeah, then from Antigua I came here to Guatemala City, which is considered to be, well, at least this is the place where I got the most kind of people advising me not to go for safety reasons and stuff like that. But I've been here for like 2 days, and seems fine. But I do have to bring up a few things in talking to people, so travelers that have traveled to, you know, Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, and Honduras. Recently, at least, I've gotten more reports of people getting robbed in Guatemala than anywhere else. When I was in Shela, there was a big soccer game. A woman went to the soccer game and someone distracted her and pickpocketed her phone. I think someone told me they got pickpocketed on public transit in Guatemala. Someone I knew got their stuff stolen at a hostel. I don't know if that's from a Guatemalan, but still in the country. So you do have to keep in mind that Guatemala's not the richest country in the world, so maybe that explains why I'm hearing, you know, more reports of robberies in Guatemala than in Mexico or even El Salvador, which is even poorer, but maybe because they're not used to tourists and there's less of a cottage industry of robbing them, perhaps. Yeah, so kind of in summation here, Guatemala is still pretty safe. You do have to be careful. Nothing happened to me on my trip, but I don't really go out alone at night or anything like that. But if you are going out at night, definitely be careful. Ideally go out in a group. If you're taking public transit or in a busy market or central square, definitely keep your eyes open for potential pickpockets. So yes, if you're not careful, could get robbed, but you're probably not going to get you know, violently attacked or anything like that. If you do get held up, it's probably best to just give away your possessions, not worth your life. And yeah, so that kind of does it for safety in Guatemala. Maybe a little bit more dangerous than Mexico, in my estimation. I definitely think I've seen more people that kind of seemed a little unfriendly in the eyes. You know, they say to not judge a book by its cover, but I mean, you also have to trust your instincts a little bit. But still, definitely shouldn't deter you from visiting Guatemala, which is definitely an amazing country to visit. A lot of great things to see. So hope I provided some useful information. My channel has a lot of other videos of me traveling to in between and in the places that I just mentioned in this video, all documented on video. I was going through Guatemala as part of my bicycle tour from Canada to Argentina. If you'd like to see a map of everywhere that I went and everything I did, you can check out my website, followthehumoftheearth.com, and you can subscribe to my channel to follow my continuing adventures. Have a good one.